The thunder came before the scream, the heavy crack that tore through the dark clouds above the village of Ijare. The air smelled of burnt earth and fear. Tobi, a small boy with wide, tear-filled eyes, ran barefoot through the muddy path, calling out, "Mama! Mama Aormide!" But the wind swallowed his voice. Palm leaves trembled. Chickens scattered. The old Iroko tree groaned as if it remembered something ancient and sorrowful. And in the distance, by the old well, a woman stood motionless in the storm. Aormide, tall, beautiful, wrapped in white cloth that clung to her body like mist. Her hair was unbound. Her eyes glowed faintly like moonlight trapped in water. The villagers whispered from their windows, "She's calling the sky again. She should not do it. Not tonight." But Aormide raised her arms to the heavens and spoke in a trembling voice. "Olu Orogbo, O rain that heals and breaks, return my son's breath if you must take mine." Lightning split the sky, and in that single flash, Tobi saw it. His mother's tears rising upward, floating like drops of light, merging with the storm. Then came silence, only the sound of soft rain falling, like a lullaby. That was the night my mother became the rain. Sit back as we dive into the full story. Please hit the like button, subscribe, comment your thoughts. The morning after the storm, the village of Ijare woke to silence. Only one sound remained, the slow dripping of rain from the thatched roofs. Drip, drip, drip. Tobi sat beside the old well, clutching his mother's blue scarf. It was damp and smelled faintly of palm oil and rainwater. "Mama said she'd come back," he whispered. "She said rain never forgets where it falls." The elders gathered under the baobab tree, murmuring in low tones. "The woman called the sky," Baba Augundal said, tapping his staff. Aormide broke the sacred rule. No mortal should summon the rain spirits. But Mama Yejid, the village midwife, shook her head. "She did it for love," she murmured. "For her child." Tobi lifted his face toward the cloudy sky. Somewhere deep inside him, he felt something strange. The warmth, like a heartbeat within the rain itself. The clouds shifted. For a brief moment, he thought he heard her voice. Soft, musical, like the rustle of silk. "Tobi, my son, keep the promise." Then, silence again. The boy looked down, shivering. He did not yet understand what promise she meant. Days passed. The rain that had flooded the farms suddenly stopped. The sun returned, too bright, too hot, too soon. Crops withered. Streams turned to dry paths of cracked clay. Even the frogs, once noisy at dusk, disappeared. "Ow! The rain spirit is angry," the villagers cried. "Aormide's sacrifice has trapped the clouds." Tobi grew weaker each day. He walked to the old well every dawn, listening for his mother's whisper. Once, he dropped a pebble into the dark water. It made no sound. "Why won't you talk to me anymore, Mama?" he asked quietly. But all he heard was the dry wind sighing. One night, when the moon was thin like a blade, Tobi dreamt. He saw his mother standing in a river made of stars. She smiled, but her eyes were heavy with sorrow. "Tobi," she said, "find the drum that speaks to rain. Only then can I return." He woke gasping. Sweat glistened on his face. A message from the spirit world? Or just a dream? He didn't know. But deep in his small heart, something had awakened. A courage he didn't know he carried. The next morning, Tobi ran to the edge of the forest, where even hunters rarely went. The elders had forbidden children to enter. But love is stronger than fear. He stepped past the giant roots and whispering leaves. The forest smelled of damp earth and secrets. Birds fell silent as he walked. At the heart of the forest stood an ancient tree, hollow, tall, older than any memory. Inside, resting on a bed of moss, was a drum made from animal hide and carved with symbols that shimmered faintly. Tobi's fingers trembled as he touched it. The air around him quivered. Whispers filled the air, deep, echoing voices of the rain spirits. "Who wakes us? Why do you disturb the silence of the sky?" Tobi swallowed hard. "I am Tobi, son of Aormide, the woman who became the rain. I need to bring her back." For a long moment, the forest was still. Then, a drop of water fell from nowhere, landing on the drum's surface. The drum responded, "Toom, toom," a heartbeat in rhythm with the clouds above. The sky growled softly. The boy had begun what no mortal child should. As the drumbeat echoed, mist began to curl around Tobi's feet. From within the haze stepped 3 spirits, figures made of water, each bearing a mark on their chest: thunder, lightning, and wind. Their voices merged like a storm song. "To return what was taken, you must prove your heart. Bring us 3 gifts. The feather of a hawk that never lands, the tear of a crocodile that mourns, and the laughter of a child who has forgotten sorrow." Tobi bowed his head. "But I am only a boy," he whispered. "Then you will fail," said the spirit of wind, its voice like a hiss of air. But the thunder spirit looked at him gently. "Your mother's love still reigns upon you. Go, child. The path will show itself." When the mist cleared, Tobi found himself holding the drum. Around its rim glowed faint symbols, the first of 3 lights. He didn't know where to begin, but the wind carried a distant hawk's cry across the hills. And so, barefoot and brave, he began his journey. The journey led him beyond the yam fields, through dry grasslands where heat shimmered like fire. Above him, a great hawk circled, its wings slicing the sunlight. "That must be it," Tobi whispered. He beat the drum softly, "Toom, toom," and called, "Spirit of the skies, lend me your feather." The hawk descended in a slow spiral, landing not on the ground but on a branch of wind itself. Its voice spoke inside Tobi's mind. "Why do you seek my feather, small one?" Tobi bowed his head. "My mother became the rain. I must bring her back." The hawk tilted its head. "And what will you give in return?" He thought for a moment, then placed his small wooden toy, the one his mother carved, on the ground. "It's all I have," he said softly. The hawk's eyes softened. A single silver feather floated down, glowing as it touched Tobi's hand. "Your heart is light enough to call the wind," the hawk whispered. "Keep walking, child of rain." As it vanished into the sky, the second light on the drum flickered faintly. 1 gift found, 2 to go. Tobi walked for 2 days, guided only by the drum's quiet heartbeat. Each step felt heavier, as if the earth itself tested his courage. On the 3rd dawn, he reached a great river, wide, silent, and deep. Mist rose from its surface like cold breath. By the bank lay a massive crocodile, scales dull like old bronze. Its eyes were half closed, and beside it lay bones, too many to count. Tobi hesitated, then struck the drum once. Toom! The river rippled. The crocodile lifted its head and spoke in a voice like rolling stones. "Who dares wake me?" "I am Tobi, son of Aormide," he said. "I seek the tear of a mourning crocodile." The creature laughed, a slow, painful sound. "I do not weep, child. I am feared. I devour grief. I do not shed it." Tobi looked into its eyes, saw the reflection of 1,000 storms. And softly, he began to hum the lullaby his mother used to sing. The same tune Aormide sang on nights of thunder. The crocodile listened. Its chest trembled. And for the first time in centuries, a single tear rolled down its scaled face. Tobi caught it in his palm. The drum glowed brighter. As Tobi left the river, dark clouds gathered above. 3 lightning bolts fell nearby, cracking trees in half. Voices filled the air again, angry, powerful. "Child of the rain woman, you go too far." It was the spirits of the dry season, the ones who hated the rain. Their faces were made of dust and cracked earth. "You would bring back the woman who defied the sky," they thundered. "Then suffer the thirst she defied." The air grew scorching. The ground burned beneath Tobi's feet. He fell, clutching the drum to his chest. Through the shimmer of heat, he saw his mother's reflection in the drum's skin. "Tobi," her voice whispered faintly, "the rain endures in patience, not in anger. Wait, my son. Breathe." He closed his eyes. He waited. The wind cooled. The voices faded. When he opened his eyes, a shadow of rain drifted past the sun, like a gentle hand wiping his brow. The boy rose again, steady and calm. The spirits had tested him, but love had not broken. He walked on, toward laughter he could almost hear in the wind. By dusk, Tobi reached another village, Odoer. It was quiet. Too quiet. Children sat outside their huts, but none played. None smiled. Their eyes were dull, their hands still. He approached an old man by the fire. "Baba," Tobi said, "why do the children not laugh?" The man sighed deeply. "The spirit of sorrow lives here. Since the drought began, laughter has been stolen. Even joy has forgotten our names." Tobi clutched the drum tighter. He remembered the spirit's words, "Bring us the laughter of a child who has forgotten sorrow." He looked around and saw a little girl sitting alone, drawing circles in the dust. Her name, he later learned, was If. Her mother had died in the last famine. Tobi sat beside her. He did not speak. He simply began to tap the drums softly, toom, toom, a gentle rhythm like a heartbeat. Then he smiled, and for the first time, If's lips twitched. A giggle slipped out, then another. The sound danced through the air like sunlight on water. The whole village paused. And then, one by one, laughter returned. When the laughter spread, the sky above Odoer rippled like blue silk. Raindrops shimmered in midair, neither falling nor vanishing. The drum in Tobi's hands began to glow. 1 light, 2, 3. He had completed the spirit's task. But instead of joy, a great wind rose around him, swirling dust and petals. From within it appeared the 3 spirits again: thunder, lightning, and wind. "You have done what no mortal has done," Thunder said. "The sky will remember your name, Tobi of Ijare." Lightning leaned closer, eyes burning gold. "But the path you walk has one final step: sacrifice." Tobi's chest tightened. "What must I give?" Wind whispered softly, almost tender. "Love returns only when love releases. You must let her rain fall freely. Do not hold it back with longing." Tobi nodded, even as tears gathered. He knew what that meant. To bring her back, he must also let her go. The spirits vanished. The drum turned to mist and drifted toward the clouds. He followed, heart heavy but certain. The final journey had begun. The road to the mountain was long and steep. Every echo of his footsteps came back sounding like his mother's voice. "Tobi, Tobi." At the mountain's peak stood a stone shrine covered in moss. It was said to be where the sky and earth met in secret. The air grew thick with thunder. Tobi raised his hands and called out, "O rain that remembers! O mother who became the sky, hear me!" The wind howled in reply. Lightning streaked across the horizon. He placed the hawk's feather, the crocodile's tear, and the laughter of If, trapped in a glowing bead, on the shrine. The sky opened wide. A pillar of rain shot upward, spiraling toward the heavens. And within it, he saw her, Aomide, her face radiant, her voice soft as the first rainfall after drought. "My son," she whispered, "you did what even the spirits feared. You reminded the sky of mercy." Tobi reached for her hand, but she smiled sadly, fading like mist. "Never forget, my child, love does not die. It only changes form." And then, the rain began to fall again. The mountain trembled. Each raindrop carried a whisper, hundreds of tiny voices murmuring in harmony. And beneath them all, one voice rose clear and strong. "Tobi, my son, you have awakened the covenant of waters." He turned, blinking against the storm. There, Aomide stood, clothed in mist, her white wrapper flowing like clouds. Her face shone, but her feet no longer touched the earth. Tobi ran forward, arms open. But when he tried to hold her, his hands met only rain. "Mama!" he cried. "Don't go." Aomide smiled sadly. "My child, I never left. I am the drops that cool your skin, the rhythm that beats inside the drum of your heart." The wind paused. Even the thunder held its breath. She continued softly. The spirits took me because I asked for your life, and the sky agreed. But your courage, your love, broke their chains. Now the rain will no longer be punishment. It will be blessing again. Tobi's tears mixed with the falling water. Then let me come with you, he pleaded. But she touched his cheek, light as mist, and whispered, No, my son. Your time is below. Mine is above. When the storm passed, Tobi woke at the mountain's base. The world around him glistened as if newly born. Leaves sparkled. Rivers sang. The sky stretched wide and gentle. He looked down at his palms, still damp, but glowing faintly with silver light. The spirits had marked him. From that day, whenever rain fell in Ijare, it would never destroy crops again. It came soft, patient, nourishing the yam roots and cassava fields. The villagers called him Omo Oho, child of rain. They said he could hear the clouds before they spoke. He could tell when the wind carried sorrow or joy. At night, he often sat outside, tapping softly on a small drum he had made from palm bark. Each beat summoned gentle drizzles that lulled the village to sleep. And when lightning flashed, Tobi would look up and smile. He knew who was watching. The elders began to teach him the old rain chants again. Songs long forgotten because of fear. But now, they were songs of gratitude. Aormide had become part of the sky's mercy. And Tobi, its messenger on earth. Seasons passed. Tobi grew taller, wiser. Each planting season, people prayed to the mountain where the rain first fell. One evening, a group of travelers came from far villages. They had heard of the boy who spoke with the sky. They asked, Is it true your mother became the rain? Tobi nodded quietly. Would you know her if you saw her? They pressed. He pointed toward the evening horizon, where the setting sun painted the clouds gold and crimson. Look there, he said softly. The long white one, shaped like a woman's arm, that's her hand. The travelers stared. And as they watched, a cool wind passed through, carrying a scent of ripe fruit and wet soil. She still blesses those who remember her, Tobi whispered. But she never returns in body, only in kindness. That night, the villagers told new stories around the fire. Of Aormide, the woman who became rain to save her son. And of Tobi, who carried her spirit in his voice. Each drop that touched the earth became a story. And each story, a reminder that love never dries away. Years later, when drought struck nearby lands, Ijare's farms still flourished. Strangers came seeking help, wondering how their soil stayed green when others turned to dust. Tobi greeted them warmly. He taught them how to honor the rain. Never curse it, never waste it. He said, water is not just sky's gift, it's memory. Treat it well, and it will remember you kindly. Some believed, some laughed, but the day those who mocked him cut down the sacred palm by the old well, the rain stopped for 7 moons. The fields shriveled, the streams thinned. The people ran to Tobi, crying, Forgive us, speak to your mother. He went to the well, knelt, and struck his drum 3 times. Mother, they have forgotten your lesson, he whispered. Remind them, gently. Thunder murmured once, like a sigh. Then a soft drizzle began to fall, slow and steady, washing the dust away. The people wept with joy. And Tobi said, Do not just thank the sky. Thank the woman who lives within it. From that day, every home kept a small bowl of water by their door. A tribute to Aormide, the mother who became rain. When Tobi turned 18, the drum no longer made a sound. Its rhythm had faded like a song completed. He carried it to the old well, where his mother had first vanished into the storm. The air around the well shimmered faintly. He spoke softly, Mama, I kept your promise. The wind answered in gentle whispers through the palm fronds. My son, you did well. He smiled through his tears. I wish I could see your face again. And for a moment, the rain gathered above him into the faint shape of a woman. Her outline danced in silver mist. She smiled, then dissolved back into droplets, each one landing on his skin, cool and familiar. Tobi bowed deeply. He placed the silent drum at the well's edge, wrapped in the same blue scarf she left behind. From that day on, whenever rain touched that well, the drops made music, a soft rhythm that sounded like a lullaby. And the villagers would say, "The rain is singing again. Aelmide is greeting her son." Years turned into seasons. Tobi became a man, wise beyond his years. Children followed him through the farms, eager to hear his stories. He taught them how to read the sky. "The clouds speak in colors," he would say. "Gray means hunger. White means peace. Gold means the ancestors are near." The people of Ijare no longer feared storms. They planted when Tobi said the rain is smiling, and harvested when he said the clouds are resting. Every word he spoke felt like music in the air. But as he grew older, his eyes often turned upward. Sometimes, the villagers would see him lift his face toward the rain, lips moving in silent conversation. "What does he say to the sky?" the children asked. The elders replied softly, "He is talking to his mother." And when thunder rolled gently, never harshly, they smiled. For it sounded almost like laughter. Even the smallest drizzle that touched Ijare carried warmth and calm. No flood came again. No famine returned. The bond between mother and son had become a covenant between heaven and earth. One night, when the moon hung full over the forest, Tobi dreamt again. He stood beside the well, surrounded by soft mist. A figure appeared, tall, graceful, wrapped in the same blue scarf his mother once wore. Her voice was like music over distant water. "Tobi, my son, the time comes for your journey to the upper river." He bowed deeply. "Is that where you live now, Mama?" "Yes," she smiled. "Where drops return to clouds, and love never dries." She reached out her hand. "This world has learned your lesson. It is time to rest. The next generation will carry your drum." Tobi looked down, and there in his palm, the drum had returned. Small again, glowing softly. He touched it once. Toom, toom. The rhythm echoed through the dream, calling soft thunder from beyond the hills. When he woke, the drum lay beside him, real, shining with dew. He knew what it meant. A farewell was coming. But it was not sadness, it was fulfillment. At dawn, the skies grew strange. Half golden, half gray, like the meeting of two worlds. Tobi gathered the villagers. "The rain will come today," he said gently, "but it will not be like others." People watched as he stood by the old well, the one his mother had vanished into. He beat the drum once, twice, and the sky answered with soft rumbling. Then he smiled and said, "If I should not return, do not weep. The rain will carry me where love never ends." A gust of wind lifted the blue scarf from the well and wrapped it around his shoulders. He raised his face to the clouds, and the rain began to fall in slow, shining sheets. Light surrounded him. His feet faded into mist. And as the villagers gasped, Tobi's voice echoed through the rain. "I go to the upper river to greet my mother." When the storm passed, only the drum remained, wet but glowing softly. The people bowed their heads. They knew another soul had joined the sky. Generations later, elders still tell the story of Aelmide, the woman who gave her life to save her child, and of Tobi, the boy whose love taught the clouds to be kind. They say when rain falls gently over Ijare, it is mother and son walking together. Her laughter in the thunder, his heartbeat in the rhythm of raindrops. Travelers still visit the old well. They leave offerings, yam peelings, cowrie shells, and blue cloths. They say if you listen closely, you'll hear a faint drumbeat beneath the rain. Toom, toom, toom. And if you whisper your worries into the wind, the rain carries them away. Because Aelmide's covenant still holds, that no sorrow offered in love ever truly drowns. Children of Ijare grow up learning one lesson, that love strong enough to reach the sky can change even the nature of storms. So hear me well, listener. If ever the sky weeps above you, do not curse the rain. For each drop may carry a memory, a mother's whisper, a promise kept, or the echo of sacrifice made in love. Aelmide became rain not because she wished to leave, But because love demanded she becomes something eternal. Tobi followed her not by dying, but by living so purely that heaven recognized his heart. And so the old Yoruba saying was born. Oho tia fife ran, ki dani. The rain sent by love never destroys. When the clouds gather, remember their story. When thunder murmurs softly, remember their names. And when rain touches your face, close your eyes. For it might be Aormide's hand, reminding you that love, like water, always finds its way home. If Aormide's love moved you, if this story touched your heart, tap like and subscribe so her spirit keeps reigning through stories.